you've ever tried doing Disney with bad knees, you already know it's brutal. I've got bone-on-bone arthritis, and walking around a theme park all day just isn't an option for me anymore. But today, I'm going to show you what it's really like to do Magic Kingdom with a mobility scooter, and why it completely changed the experience for me and my family. Hello and welcome everybody, it's me, Sergio, with Mobility Direct, and today I'm taking you with me to Magic Kingdom at Disney World Park to show you what it's actually like using a mobility scooter during a full day at a theme park. Now, this isn't my first time doing Disney with a scooter. We've actually made a bunch of videos like this using different mobility devices at different parks, even traveling by plane, Uber, buses, and trains, all with a mobility device. So if you've never traveled with a mobility device, these videos are going to be extremely helpful for you. If you want to see our playlist of travel videos, I'll put the link in the top right-hand corner and in the description of this video. Now for this trip, I brought the IGO by Pride Mobility, and honestly, this thing is perfect for a place like Disney. It's a three-wheel scooter, so it turns really sharp, which is great when you're navigating through crowds and tight spaces. And it also folds down into a compact shape, which makes traveling with it super easy. Not only that, it actually breaks in half, which gives it about a 30-pound weight for the front and rear half when fully disassembled. That's really light and really useful, especially when you've got a car packed with luggage and kids. And the cool part about this trip, I wasn't the only one using it. My wife was actually pregnant at the time of making the video, dealing with swollen feet and lower back pain, so we ended up sharing the scooter throughout the day. We'd take turns riding, walking, switching off, and honestly, it worked out perfectly for both of us. Now, getting into Magic Kingdom with a scooter is actually very smooth. From parking to security to getting through the entrance, Disney does a great job at making things completely accessible. There's plenty of space, clear paths, and the staff is used to accommodating guests with mobility devices. Now let's talk about what really matters, getting around the park. Magic Kingdom gets crowded, really crowded. But because this is a three-wheel scooter, the turning radius is super tight, which makes a huge difference when you're weaving through people or navigating narrow areas. And honestly, once you get used to it, it feels very natural. When it comes to the rides, Disney is very well set up. For most attractions, you'll either stay in your scooter through the line or transfer to the ride when needed. And the cast members are always there, happy to guide you through the process. It's a lot less intimidating than people think. I only encountered one ride where I was told I would need to get in one of their manual wheelchairs to go through the line. All the other ones, I was able to stay in my scooter going through the entire line and then transferring onto the ride at the end of the line. Another big advantage of having a scooter is just being able to conserve your energy. Instead of burning yourself out early in the day, you can actually pace yourself and enjoy more of the park. One thing that really surprised me, the battery on this scooter lasted all day, and not even one of the bars on the battery meter dropped. That's huge, because when you're at a place like Disney, the last thing you want to worry about is running out of power halfway through your day. Which, by the way, if you want to learn how to get the most out of your mobility scooter, we have a full playlist dedicated to maintenance and DIY videos. You should check those out because it's going to teach you things like how to get the most out of your battery and how to do simple maintenance that can prevent costly repairs down the road. Now, while we were at Disney, there was actually a moment during the trip that really stuck with me, and that's when it really hit me. Without a mobility scooter, there's no way I'd be able to have moments like that. I wouldn't be able to stay out that long, I wouldn't be comfortable, and I'd probably be in pain and ready to leave early. But instead, I was able to be there, fully present, all day, enjoying it with my family. And that's the reality for a lot of people. If you've got knee problems, back issues, arthritis, whatever it may be, theme parks can feel completely out of reach. But the truth is, they don't have to be. And that's where a scooter, like the Pride Mobility IGO, really comes in handy. It's lightweight, easy to travel with, super maneuverable, and efficient enough to last a full day without stress. It's not about replacing walking. It's about giving you the option to keep going when your body needs a break. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all about at Mobility Direct, helping people stay mobile, stay independent, and keep doing the things they love with the people they love. If you're considering a mobility scooter for travel, make sure to request a copy of our free product catalog so you can compare different options at your own pace. Or give our team of non-commissioned mobility experts a call. They're always happy to help you find the right fit for your situation. Mobility Direct is a licensed and accredited mobility equipment dealer. We have an A rating with the BBB and we'd love to earn your business. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to subscribe. We've got a ton of content showing real-world use of mobility devices in all kinds of situations. We're also known for making some of the most in-depth review videos and torture tests of all the mobility scooters and power wheelchairs that we carry. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.